first couple of miles, and got past Taylor on the road, on one of the first roads, and then going down the hill into Howard's Hole, past Corey, and then got through Howard's Hole pretty clean the first lap, and then just tried to sprint. Top speed on the road was 64 miles an hour, so couldn't go much faster up the hill, and then we got down into the bottom, into the gnarly rocky stuff, and just flowed. Had a couple of crashes lap 2 or 3, and I had a spotter on the FMF hill telling me to go around, so I only went up that once, and luckily I got sent around the next few laps, and yeah, brought it home. I think it was like a 4 or 5 minute lead, so we got a good points lead going into summer break.
Everybody, we're gonna get y'all to hold those trophies up. We're gonna grab some photos. And let's hear it one time. Your top 3 overall: Rachel Archer, Shelby Turner, and Gary Fridley. Steward Baylor,
Yeah, that was man, that was everything I had. I right off the start, the XC2 kids were just riding absolutely wild. Blew the quick connect off my Camelback and had no water all day, so that was just brutal. I was just fully cramping. Like lap 2, I came through, nobody's got water, nobody's got my bottles, and then yeah, I was giving up a lot of time. I'm sure you guys saw it on live feed. I was supposed to have 3 people over here, and you know, when you're the boss and you tell them to be there, you fucking expect it. And they weren't in Howard's hole, so I gave up 20-30 seconds every time on that side. I would make it back over here, but yeah, just too little too late. Finally got Josh there at the end. It was everything I had, and made a mistake there at the top of the hill and tipped over, gave up the time that I needed. Ended up being able to make the pass and everything I had to the finish, but yeah, just that crash right there a mile from the finish, man. We talked about it prior to the race. I have led this race a mile from the finish, I think 6 times now. So I'm like almost as good as Caleb Russell with that 6'1", just a mile shy of it.
Yeah, that was gnarly. I don't know. I mean, I guess that was the hardest one I've ever done or something. I don't know the deal. It was hot today, sneakily hot. And man, on lap 4, I was suffering already, like cramping up so bad. And like my face, my forearms, my back, my legs, literally everything. I could not hold my head up and couldn't use the clutch. Just, I messed up, like I said, that first lap. Had to charge through the pack and yeah, I just gassed. Good today, but Josh passed me and walked away and kept catching Stu, yo-yoing with him, but I just wasn't strong enough today. I was struggling, and man, I'm just pumped to get it to the finish with a podium. That was brutal. I could barely keep it on the track.
All right, Snowshoe, what do you say we try this thing one more time? Ladies and gentlemen, let me hear it. This is your overall podium. Here from the Yamaha Snowshoe GNCC. All right, nobody wants to smile for a quiet crowd. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for them. Your XC1 Pro podium. Folks, this is your XC2 podium here from the Yamaha Snowshoe GNCC. Make some noise. Josh Toth, Cody Barnes, and Brody Johnson, 1, 2, and 3.